Beautiful people, this is your friend and host Saumya bringing to you another episode, our weekly promise of Snippets with Saumya. We bring to you real life experiences turning into life lessons. Today we will discuss something related to perception and how it affects us. When we see someone, in the physical form, when the person is very slim, we tend to think, oh wow, what a healthy person, must be very flexible, must be very agile. On the other side, when we see someone with a little bit of plump, we feel that, oh, that person doesn't care about his or her health. And maybe the person's not flexible enough, doesn't take care. When we interview people, and if we see some cities as a third tier or a fourth tier city, we would generally say, oh well, are they savvy enough to survive in this mad world of cities that we are thinking to bring them into? And then we just push the CV aside. Intelligence. When someone wears specs, oh, must be very intelligent, because the person has actually, destroyed his or her eyes, because the person is constantly reading, or must be a computer genius, geeky person. All these perceptions also seep in as we grow older in our corporate life. Sometimes when we see some silent worker working right at the end, not speaking much but constantly in his or her work. Now, don't go for an opinion to that person. That person never speaks. I wonder if that person even has an opinion on anything. Or do you think the person can think? I'm very surprised. Well, something happened with me the other day. So, like I discussed, we had gone to meet our parents, and on our way back from Jabalpur to Mumbai, just as we entered Mumbai, we had a flat tire. Actually, the tire burst. I had a young daughter sitting with me. I was there and my husband, and when that happened, it was like, oh my God, how are we going to even survive this? Well, when that was happening, I saw the locality where that episode happened was in shanties, and I was really petrified and mortified as to what will happen next. I hope we are not surrounded by these people who just look out from character, they just come to you like characters from goon movies, gangster kind of movies. And I was like, oh God, help me through this. I just took out my spanner, my everything, the jack, etc. We have a hydraulic jack as well as an airlift jack. So we took all of that out, started assembling it. Two boys came, looked at me. Flat tire, huh? Mazza. I was like, oh my God. I just ignored them. Another 3 or 4 of them came. One was picking his teeth. What happened? In Hindi he asked, Kai zala? In Marathi rather. Kai zala? I said, Kuch nahi bhaiya, you go ahead. I said, nothing beta, just move ahead. And he's like, and then for some odd, strange reason, now I was surrounded with a mob, with a crowd rather. I wouldn't call them a mob. I perceived them as a mob, but they were like a crowd of all young adolescent kids surrounding the vehicle. Of course, my husband was like with 2 women. He was like, oh my God, how am I going to manage? And I was like, just ignore and just concentrate and focus on getting this tire changed. While we were doing that, Fortuner has a very weird way of a stepney. It goes beneath, the floor of the car. and you have to have a hook kind of a thing that goes right from the back side of the car, rear end of the car, and then you had to twist it so that the entire system comes down like a pulley. Now, like I said, it was this breakdown happened at a place that was full of shanties, and the road was full of garbage. There was no way that I could slide down. I was looking at him and he was looking at me as to how are we going to even do that. While we were doing this and struggling with it, that ankle broke. And when that broke, we said, oh hell, now what? We're just trying to figure out and how to tie it up. Some little quick thinking on our side. We got things out. We have a toolkit with us because we do a lot of off-roading. We somehow tried to manage it. Suddenly, two of the boys said, let us try that for you. We had no choice. I said, please help us. They said, just move aside. We are no mechanics, but we will try and help you. I said, yes, please. Believe you me, they slid down the car. They managed to pull down the stepney, and then, they somehow helped us change the tire that had gone flat. We were in no position to drive in that condition because that was not a run flat tire. Just making that clear. And the next repair shop or mechanic was about 2.5 kilometers away. While we were doing it, the boys did not know how to handle the situation or how to handle the screws. They just, instead of opening it, they tightened it further, and then those bolts broke. Now the tire was fixed on 3 of the bolts broke. Two of the bolts broke and the tire was fixed on the 3 bolts. We were just so relieved that at least we could manage. We then drove at a very slow pace. We came to our home, heaved a sigh of relief, and then I told my daughter, this really broke my perception about how we see people, view people, just because they were from shanties, just because they were in their tattered clothes, they had a disheveled look. I was kind of very skeptical as to, they were standing there just to mock at us, or probably just to make a little bit of money through us, or even try to be, petty thieves. But none of that happened. None of that happened. Instead, they were the most helpful people. They even apologized for the screws and the bolts and the nuts that got broken. And they even guided us to the nearest mechanic. I would also like to add that was the time of Azan. And I could see, all these boys, instead of going for their prayers, they were with us, helping us. What a beautiful experience. Amazing experience where people just came together, forgetting about the economic strata, forgetting about the class, forgetting about the religion, forgetting about everything. They just came out to help a family who was stuck in the middle of nowhere. Perceptions are something that we build on based on our experiences or based on someone else's experience which has been tutored or told to us. Not every story has a bad ending. Not every person is bad. It is the circumstances in which we deal with makes the thing beautiful or bad. This is something I'm going to carry very close to my heart because this is something that broke what a regular mindset would think of. Are there any perceptions that you have broken or that you managed to break of late? Do share with me. Till then, this is Saumya signing off. To take care of yourself. Keep loving the channel. It is all your love that is helping me grow. Thank you once again, indebted for all your love. Take care. Bye-bye.